Hello guys, welcome back to Zarf Tech channel. In this video, we'll be learning about the comp menu. The comp menu is for general math calculations, and it's the default mode when the calculator is bought or reset. To access the comp menu on our scientific calculator, we punch on mode and then press 1 to activate. So in this mode, various calculations including arithmetic operations, indices, trigonometric calculations, integration, differentiation, logarithmic calculations, linear equations in one variable can all be performed. So we'll start with the arithmetic operations. Here we perform basic operations like 2 plus 5 equals 7, 6 minus 3 equals 3. 7 divided by 2 equals 3.5. Bracket open, 8 times 7, bracket close, plus 7 equals 63. For fraction, punch on this button. 5 over 2 plus 7 over 2 equals 6. For a mixed fraction, you punch Shift and the fraction key, and then use the arrow keys to navigate the boxes. So, 2 3/5 plus 2/8 equals 57 over 20. For indices, we perform simple equations like square root of 16, which equals 4. With the shift mode on, we can compute cubic root of 8, which equals 2. With the same shift mode on, we can perform this root operation by punching this key. Here we punch 5 and here 25. This gives us 1.9 something. We can punch this key for base with a power of 2. For example, 10 to the power 2 gives us 100. Activating the shift key for the same key gives a base with a power of 3. For example, 10 to the power 3 gives us 1000. For any base raised to any power, punch this button. For example, 6 to the power 5 gives us 7776. For trigonometric manipulations, we have sine, cosine, and tangent functions. We can access them by directly punching on the keys, since they are labeled in white. For example, cosine of 90 degrees equals 0. The inverse is accessed by using shift in combination with these keys. For example, sine inverse of half or 0.5 equals 30 degrees. We also have hyperbolic functions, which can be accessed by punching on this button. Use any of these functions by punching the numbers assigned to it. For example, punch 2 to activate cosh function. Cosh of 5 equals 74.2 something. We can switch to calculus in the same comp mode. To perform a definite integral, you just punch on the symbol, enter the function you would like to integrate, and then you enter the lower and the upper boundary using the arrow keys. Use the right arrow keys for ease. To integrate this function, you'll punch the integral symbol, punch x squared, and then the lower boundary, which is 0 and 5, for the upper boundary, and then press equals to solve. This gives us 125 over 3. We can also find the derivative of a function at a point. In other words, the gradient at a certain defined point x. So we do that by punching on Shift and then the integral key. We then compute our differential by punching our function in the defined x point. For example, the differential of 2x squared plus 5 at point 10 is 40. We move on to logarithmic calculations. To perform log calculations with a base of 10, you punch on this key. So for instance, we know that log to the base 10 is 1, so we punch log 10 on the calculator, and this gives us 1. For different bases, we punch this key, and then we punch the base and then the number. For example, log to the base 3 of 9 is 2. For natural logarithms, we punch on this key. For example, the natural log of 2 is 0.6 something. We can also compute exponential functions by punching Shift and a key for natural logarithms. We can solve linear equations in one variable in this mode. To solve the equation shown on the screen, we'll punch 2 alpha and bracket close, and this gives us x. Punch plus 5, and then punch alpha and key calc. An equal sign will be displayed, and then you punch 10. After that, punch Shift and calc. A message of solve for x will be displayed. Punch equal to key now to solve. Depending on the complexity of your equation, the calculator takes its time to solve and provides result. Note that we can only find the value of variable x. Using a different variable renders the equation unsolvable. For example, same equation but using variable y gives us this feedback. That will be all for this video. In our next video, we'll be learning about the equation menu. Stay tuned. You can click on the link in the description for the next video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.